massive manhunt for the two most wanted men in America has come to a dramatic end. There was a collective sigh of relief and cheering in the streets. Tonight, one alleged bomber captured, the other dead. All day until just a few hours ago, this city was in an unprecedented lockdown, with nearly 1 million people warned to remain inside their homes. My colleague Lindsay Davis watched the whole search unfold from the streets of Watertown.
After the second suspect of the attacks at the Boston Marathon on the 16th of April was captured in Watertown Friday night, ending a 24 hours manhunt and lockdown in the greater Boston area, and supposedly taken alive to a local hospital. Two videos surfaced on the internet as very compelling evidences pointing out that the bomb attack at the marathon was actually an inside job sanctioned by the US government, and the Chechen brothers are patsies framed by the FBI to protect the identity of the real perpetrators of such heinous violence. According to mainstream media, the older of the two brothers was killed in a gunfight with the Boston police and his body was ran over by a stolen SUV driven by his brother, a version officially kept by the Boston authorities. But a video aired by the CNN shows a man identical to the first suspect, who was stripped naked by the cops, handcuffed and getting into the police car. After official reports of the first suspect's death, the mainstream media changed the story, alleging that the man in this video was released by the police and the whole scene was an incident not related to the Boston Marathon. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure the man in this footage is the first suspect, and perhaps the Boston authorities and the FBI would like to explain how he is seen for the last time in this video alive, walking and in custody. The second evidence is the aerial thermal imaging footage released by the Boston police, which shows a robotic arm removing the tarpaulin and cops detonating explosive devices inside the boat. The official version reported by mainstream media is that those are flash grenades, but the thermal video clearly shows something blasting to pieces inside the boat. If that is the body of the second suspect, what are the odds of him surviving that blast? As far as I'm concerned, the police could have put his mutilated dead body in the ambulance, and in my opinion those thermal images are showing an execution, not a capture. A quickly comparison between a satellite image of that address with a still photo released by Fox News that shows the amount of bullet holes across the boat's structure suggests that he was shot several times before the action of the vehicle equipped with a robotic arm. According to latest reports of mainstream media, the second suspect is in grave conditions and unable to speak, what is quite convenient if the Boston police took a dead body to the hospital. But assuming, just for 1 minute, that he's still alive, he's certainly a nuisance that hardly will be allowed to speak. If indeed he was executed while hiding inside that boat, it's hard to say for how long the Boston authorities and the US government will keep these shenanigans. During the whole week the mainstream media aired videos with relatives of the two Chechen suspects, claiming they were framed by the FBI. Apparently their relatives have worked in the law system and law enforcement, what perhaps suggests they were not talking about a setup, just in the heat of the moment.
Привести, но живым. И надо, чтобы правосудие разбиралось в этом, кто прав, кто виноват.
Okay, can I speak now? Yes, you are indeed. You're live on RT.
Thank you. Well, what can I tell? It's really like a hard thing to hear, and being a mother, what I can say is I am really sure, I am like 100% sure that this is a setup. My son would never do this. My son, it is a setup. He was controlled by FBI like for 5 years. They knew what my son was doing. They knew what actions and what the sites on internet he was going. They used to come home. They used to come and talk to me. They used to tell me that they are controlling his. They were telling me that he's a really a serious leader, and they are afraid of him. They told me that whatever computer site or whatever is there, whatever information he's getting, they are controlling him. So.
According to the suspect's mother, they were in touch with the FBI for at least 3 years. She claims they were being counseled by the feds, but I believe that she meant to say they were being handled, probably motivated by fake promises of benefits of working as patsies for the US government, if indeed it was the FBI, because they could as well be handled by black operatives of secret agencies or private contractors impersonating federal agents.
Obviously, we're all here thinking something's going to happen in terms of an arrest or an arraignment of a suspect.
But you also saw a Boston police boat
and
in the
drives
harbor,
a van
right?
with it. There's a man attached to the side of this van as this van is going in. Here's his van. There's a man on the outside, van. And this van is now backing into the federal courthouse. Do you think they evacuated the courthouse to bring the person in?
They didn't do it when they brought Whitey Bulger in, I can tell you that much. So I don't know.
The presence of Blackwater type of soldiers of fortune at the Boston Marathon, identified along the week on the internet as operatives of Craft International, seems to highlight the hypothesis that the bomb attacks of the 16th of April were an inside job. The odds are that these professional assassins were there either to plant the bombs or as a backup in case of the Chechen patsies failed and get it done. Whatever are the real facts, one thing seems to get more evident day after day. That attack was definitely an inside job sanctioned by the US government. The agenda behind it, only time will tell.